What is going on, Crimson City? My name is Crimson CBAD, and in today's video, guys, I'm going to be bringing you our Week 7 team builder for the GBA, the Global Battle Association. The Detroit Steel Wings are taking on my buddy John, aka Pokemon, and the New Orleans Pelippers. Today's Saturday, tomorrow's Sunday, we're taking them on. You're going to see the battle, but right now we got a team builder, so if you guys are excited, be sure to leave a thumbs up on this video, as your support is always greatly appreciated. Let me know your thoughts on the team and the matchup in the comment section down below. Without further ado, let's hop right into this. Par for the course, you guys are going to see John's team appear on screen right about now. John has a very, very threatening team, in my opinion. He is rocking the Tapu Bulu, 130 base attack, a little bit of bulk behind it, 115 defense, 95 special defense, Grassy Surge. Definitely a very strong mon. He has his Infernape, which is Z-Captain, 104 attack, 104 special attack, 108 speed. Very great mon in draft format overall. We used Infernape in Season 5, and it turned out to be very, very good. And given the fact that it is his Z-Captain, we're going to kind of see. I don't believe it gets any Z setup moves, so it just has a wide range of coverage moves for it to just destroy our team, blow it back. Of course, you could also just run Scar Fighting type, which is very common in League format. Skarmory, 140 defense. Skarmory does that thing that it does where it sets up hazards and removes hazards and soaks up sponges. I don't know if we'll bring the Skarmory because we have the Magneton, but we'll find out. Milotic, another mon that I'm used to in Draft League format. Very, very bulky. 95 HP, 125 special defense, defense 79, 100 special attack. It has Marvel Scale and it has competitive. I do have an Intimidate user, so it is possible for him to bring competitive. He has Jolteon, another mon that I'm good with, another mon that we've used in Draft League format. It's like the Crimson CBAD greatest hits. 110 special attack, 130 speed, Volt Absorb. Kind of pairs really well with Skarmory, I feel like, because I can never safely go for a Thunderbolt or a Volt Switch or any electric type move, really, on the Skarmory or Milotic as long as the Jolteon's around. Goodra, 90 base HP, 100 base attack, 110 special attack, 150 special defense. It has Sap Sipper to nerf any grass attacks that I might bring on Serena. It has Gooey to lower my speed. It's crazy. Absolutely bulky. Porygon Z, 135 base special attack, 90 speed. Good speeds here. Very hard hitter. It has adaptability. Oh my goodness. John's draft is very, very good. I love John's draft. Sneasel, another mon that I've used in the League format. 115 speed, 95 attack. Baby Weavile. Super stupid good. Super stupid good. Uxie. Bulky Psychic type, kind of checks the Cobalion that has been doing so well this season, but 130 or 75 HP, 130 defense, 130 special defense. It does get a little bit of support moves. Speaking of support moves, well, let's keep going down the team. Scolipede. Scolipede is another one of those mons that I just have a hard time dealing with in League formats. I do, like, similar to Breloom. It's like one of those things where, like, in my mind, I have to plan a lot for this. Same thing with like the Breloom. So Scolipede, 100 base attack, 112 speed, speed boost. So if it's a Life Orb set, all it needs to do is click protect once or make a prediction or do something or other, and bada bing, bada boom, we're donezo. We're donezo funzo. Pilliswine, 100 HP, a discount Mamoswine, 100 attack, gets Thick Fat, gets Snow Cloak, gets Oblivious, gets Eviolite. I don't know what else you want me to say about that. Hazard setters. He has rock setters in the form of Infernape, Skarmory, Uxie, and Pilliswine. Spike setters. He has spike setters in the form of Scolipede and Skarmory. Toxic spike setters he has in the form of Scolipede. He only has one form of hazard removal, though, which is the Defogger and Skarmory. So if he does not bring that, or if I can knock out the Skarmory early enough and get hazards up, that is fine. He has two Heal Bell users in the form of Jolteon and Uxie as things to take note. So, without further ado, let's hop right into the team. I said I needed to plan something for the Scolipede. This is one answer for the Scolipede. Nico main version 2, our Slowbro rocking the Tangaberry, the Regenerator ability, Psychic, Slack Off, Toxic, and Scald. Damn near max HP, 252 defense, 12 special attack with a bold nature. We can eat a Mega Horn from the Scolipede. There's also the chance that he'll miss the Mega Horn, and we click Psychic. He needs to have Mega Horn if he wants to be able to touch the Slowbro. So Tangaberry reduces super effective bug type moves. Psychic is going to be able to fire off huge hits into the Infernape slot. It's going to be able to fire off huge hits into the Scolipede slot. Scolipede has a much higher defense than it does have special defense, otherwise I would have ran Psyshock, but it has a base 89 defense, base 69 special defense. Psychic is going to be doing just a bit more. Toxic is going to be nice. If I can Toxic things like the Milotic, I'll activate its Marvel Scale, but I am going to be able to wear that down, put it on timer. Things like Goodra, things like Uxie, those bigger, fatter mons that I can sponge a hit from, be able to put on timer, that'll be good. even Pilliswine, if he decides to switch that in, that would be very nice to have a Toxic on. It could be big and bulky, but I've got the Scald for it anyways. Slack off for the recovery, Regenerator, nothing too crazy there. Next up here, we have our Kazajan, our Tornadus-Therian rocking the Yachi Berry, Regenerator ability, Sub, Grass Knot, Air Slash, U-Turn, 44 defense, 252 special attack, 212 speed, timid. Let's talk a little bit about Tornadus-Therian really quickly. We outspeed a Jolly Sneasel. We have... So this is another answer for Scolipede. So say it's 1v1 Tornadus or Scolipede. He knows he needs to go for Protect in order to outspeed me. I sub up on his Protect, and I'm able to go for Air Slashes. I'm really hoping this is going to be good. It also gives us a chance to kind of like scout for things to see. Obviously, we're faster than a lot of his Mons. I'm not leaving this thing in against Infernape. Scarfed Infernape is a huge threat. But it does give us the chance to kind of scout, see what he wants to go for. We can go for a substitute, and then you turn out and get that 25% right back with the Regenerator. So it's a really nice pairing. Grass Knot is going to be able to hit the Milotic. Grass Knot also hits the Pilliswine. Air Slash hits the Infernape. Air Slash hits the Scolipede. U-turn, like I said, is just going to be to get that substitute back with the Regenerator. But I'm really looking forward to see what this thing can do. Yachi Berry, obviously, in case he does bring the Sneasel and he feels comfortable going for an Ice Shard, we're able to eat that. Go for a U-turn, go for something else. But yeah, I don't want to take a super effective Ice move. I don't want to take a Ice Beam from the Milotic. I don't want to take an Ice Beam from the Goodra, things like that. Next up here, Choice Scarfed Super Warline, the Cobalion. Volt Switch, Close Combat, X Scissor, Poison Jab. 252 max special or max attack, 28 defense, 228 speed with an adamant nature. We could run max speed Jolly to a speed tie with the Infernape, but I want you to know that if I lost to a speed tie, I would forever just be angry. And there's also the flip side of that coin where it's like, hey, you could win a speed tie, and it's like, but I could also lose a speed tie. So I wanted to just play it fairly safely here. Cobalion at 157. Let me remind myself when I'm outspeeding of that. Okay, or my calculator cannot open up. That's cool too. That is very cool too. So I'm outspeeding a Scarf Porygon Z. Outspeeding a Scarf Porygon Z if he decides to bring it. So Volt Switch is good for the Switch initiative. Close Combat obviously hits things like a truck. X Scissor is there for the Uxie. Poison Jab is there for the Tapu Bulu. Nothing really too much to say there. After we start whittling down some of his team, if we can get the things like the Uxie out of there, not too much really wants to take a Close Combat. So, par for the course. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, nothing too much to say on our Cobalion here. Next up here, Specially Defensive Serena. We are not bringing the defensive set. We're bringing the specially defensive set leftovers. She has the Queenly Majesty. Am I not censored in my webcam? Am I not? I don't know. Something like that. Anyways, specially defensive Serena. She is rocking the leftovers Queenly Majesty. U-turn, Rapid Spin, Chop Kick, Synthesis, 252 attack, or 252 HP, 4 in attack, 252 special defense. This thing kind of sponges hits from Milotic. It sponges hits from Milotic. Sponges hit from Jolteon. Can take a hit from a very offensive Porygon Z. Things like that. Rapid Spin is there to remove the hazards in case he does set them up. Spikes, T-Spikes, yada yada yada. U-turn for the slow switch. Drop Kick is going to be nice on a switch in because if he thinks like he can bring in a Skarmory on this thing and he can go for a Brave Bird. -1 Brave Birds are not going to be doing too much to me. I naturally outspeed and I can U-turn out of there and just whatever I send in takes a -1 Brave Bird, and then Skarmory's doing more stuff like that. Nothing too much to say about this. He doesn't have the world's most priority on his team. Infernape, Vacuum Wave, Fake Out, Mach Punch, things like that. Sneasel with Ice Shard. Pilliswine with Ice Shard. Other than that, the Queenly Majesty's not doing too much, but I still did want to bring it over any of the other abilities that Serena could have. Nothing too crazy there. I wanted hits from I wanted to be able to sponge hits from the Jolteon and the Milotic, and that felt really safe. I have a Life Orb Kyurem. Max attack, 36 special attack, 220 speed with a hasty nature. Ice Beam, Dragon Claw, Reflect, and Roost. Ice Beam and Dragon Claw, two very spammable stabs against his team. Ice Beam hits the Infernape. Dragon Claw hits the Ice Beam hits Tapu Bulu. Dragon Claw hits the Infernape. Ice Beam hits Skarmory. Dragon Claw hits Milotic. Ice Beam hits the Jolteon. Dragon Claw hits the Goodra. Dragon Claw hits Porygon Z. Dragon Claw hits the Sneasel. Ice Beam or Dragon Claw hit the Uxie. Dragon Claw or Ice Beam hit the Scolipede. Dragon Claw or Ice Beam the Pilliswine. So, With this investment, actually, I wanted to run physical because he does run like an AV Goodra set. Dragonclaw actually does have a chance to OHKO. If we can get just the littlest chip damage off on the Goodra, Dragonclaw does one-hit KO the Goodra, which is good to know. Goodra is such a fat, bulky mon, and we need Goodra out of there for the next mon coming in. But Reflect also, if I bring this thing in and he feels safe switching in something else, I can set up a Reflect, which will also be good for supporting the Volcarona next. Roost for the recovery as well. Two options there. I didn't really, like, I could have ran Outrage, I could have run Shadow Claw, but nothing really seemed to, like, fit with me. And I was like, you know what, let's run Reflect. Let's run Reflect. Why not? So, Reflect helps eat hits from Tapu Bulu if he brings a hyper offensive one, like I said, Infernape, the Sneasel, the Scolipede as well. So, nothing too crazy here. And last but not least, we have our Insect Queen, the Volcarona, Focus Sash, Flame Body, Quiver Dance, Fire Dance, Giga Drain, and Psychic. 236 special attack, 252 special defense, 20 in speed with a Calm Nature. At +1, we outspeed Sneasel. At +2, we outspeed the entirety of his team, including the Choice Scarfers. Pretty much, I'm going to lead with Volcarona in a worst-case scenario. If I don't see certain threats on the team, I'm going to lead and just try to get as much damage off as possible, poke as many holes as I can, just set up a Quiver Dance right out the gates. Fiery Dance hits the Bulu, it hits the Skarmory, it's a Jolteon, it's Porygon Z, it's a Sneasel, it's a Scolipede, it's a Piloswine if he's not thick fat. Giga Drain hits the Milotic, Giga Drain hits the Piloswine as well, Psychic hits the Infernape, Psychic hits. I've got a lot of coverage on his team if I can whittle things down and start setting up in front of him. Things like Jolteon don't really do too well after +1 Quiver Dance. They can't really do too much to me. Same thing with the Milotic, same thing with the Goodra, depending on his investment. So, plan right now is to kind of whittle down his team so either Cobalion or Volcarona can come through and just kind of pick up KOs as we see fit. But that is going to be it for this team builder, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. And if you guys have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like on the video. Let me know your thoughts on the team, as well as make sure you guys are subscribed so you do not miss out on tomorrow's battle. Again, we are battling my buddy John. His channel will be in the description of this video. Go check him out. Fantastic League battler. Fantastic guy, too. I love me some John. This is going to be a really fun matchup. So, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I want to remind you to be great and do great. I'm going to let this outro bang. I'm going to talk to you guys soon. Later.